Welcome back. Now, have you ever thought about packing in your day job and changing careers, but then stopped because you thought you were too old? Well, our next guests have taken the plunge and done just that.
Marie Nugent Smith and Michele Munnelly have given up their careers in nursing to pursue very different paths in life, signing up to a course for entrepreneurs over 50. Marie and Michele have gone out on their own, and joining us to discuss is Anne Connolly, CEO of Ireland's Smart Ageing Exchange, along with new entrepreneurs. Marie and Michele, you're all very welcome.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Anne, can we start with you? I want to find out more about this ISACS course. Where did you come up with the idea, and why did you feel there was a need for the course?
OK, well, ISACS, which is a consortium, a collaboration of businesses, research centres, government agencies who collaborate to design new solutions that address the big challenges of population ageing. And one of those is the fact that we're going to have to work much longer than we have in the past. And one option around that is the idea of people over the age of 50 as they're coming up to retirement, at retirement, who relish the idea of being their own boss, who've had a business idea burning away at the back of their minds for a while, giving them the opportunity to set up that business. So Bank of Ireland, who are sponsoring the programme, realised that this was a very big new market, that we know from our own research that people at that age have particular advantages in setting up a business. They tend to have deep expertise, whether it's as engineers, software developers, marketing people. They also tend to have and be very rich in social networks, contacts. They tend to find raising the finance easier, the working capital. But they're also a mixture of people who want and are very ambitious to grow what we call fast growth, internationally trading businesses, as well as those who want a lifestyle business.
But it's interesting, I would just say, you know, that everybody would have that, maybe has that idea at the back of their mind burning away.
Yeah.
So it's that old thing that everybody has a novel in their mind.
Yeah.
But it's being brave to take that step.
It's precisely that, because we know also that one of the biggest barriers to what the Financial Times, I mean, you've really arrived from the Financial Times to a whole supplement on what they called olderpreneurship. But one of the biggest barriers are people's own attitudes themselves. There tends to be a stereotyping that the entrepreneur is the guy in the garage downtown Silicon Valley who...
Well, of course, it's not, because more and more people are working from home nowadays.
That's right, that's right.
So, ladies, you both been there, worn the T-shirt in terms of the course. Yeah. What made you take the leap, Marie?
Well, it was something that I had felt passionately about. I had studied NLP about 10 years ago, and it had a huge personal impact on my life, because I would have lost my own sense of identity in being a daughter and a mother and a wife and a nurse and a natural carer. So I hadn't really nurtured myself. So when I did the course, it transformed me and the way I felt about myself. I felt validated, I felt important, and that I had actually something to contribute. And the biggest thing I learned was your mindset, that you actually have control over how you feel, and that you can actually do something to change it. So if you are miserable, you can actually physically do something to change it.
Where did you hear about the course, Marie, and how did Inner Inspiration come about? Because now it's rolled out in schools around the country. It's incredible that children are learning NLP and mindfulness. It's so important these days.
Well, I did that leap last October. I actually gave up my day job, and I kept seeing ingenuity every time I went on Facebook. Ingenuity, and I loved the name, and I thought, this is exactly it. This is the bridge that I need. My background is nursing, so I don't have a background in business, and to go from to be PAYE to be self-employed is a huge leap. It is scary. So when I heard about the course, I said everything you needed to know about setting up your own business, and I thought, that is exactly what it is I need. I need that bridge to take me from going from the mindset from for
the
being paid
and
get
security.
And I did go on a few occasions, but the drive to get out there was stronger than the need to stay. So,
Marie, your idea, I suppose, was akin to what you were working in already. I mean, it was to do with the health sciences, and that you had been a nurse, and it was something you had a personal interest in, NLP. But just to turn to Michele for a minute, you were also working in the health service industry, and you have a completely different idea, which might have been even more scary, because you knew nothing about sort of fashion, retail design, and yet you have the selfie scarf now. Tell us about that journey.
I'm probably similar to Marie insofar as looking to find themselves or whatever. And when I went when my kids were doing their leaving cert, or my daughter, I kind of thought, I'm a facilitator. I'm just facilitating everybody. And it was nothing for me. So I went off and did an art class. And that snowballed.
And was that a passion?
Art.
That
always.
was a passion.
But it was locked away since I left school. Never touched it, never went. So I said, I'll do an art class. And then I ended up doing a degree in textile art. I did a portfolio. I ended up in college, and that was the scariest September 3rd, 2013. I was stood in the class going, what am I doing?
Why did you take it one step further? I mean, you know, a lot of people have hobbies, but they never actually translate into a business. So
when I finished college, we did a 3-year degree course, and we didn't. There's not kind of, obviously it's not business led. So a very good friend of mine said, "Oh my God, there's a course in Fingal. Maybe you should consider doing that." And I thought, you know what? Maybe I will. I didn't know I was putting the cart before the horse, and I think it's so right. Like, I felt I needed some business acumen. Something to give me a kind of a lead.
And this is the business, looks the selfie scarf.
That's fabulous.
So
you're wearing one as well, Michele. I love it.
I'm her model, so
It's funny you should say that. There must be a real rapport and a camaraderie between these ladies and gentlemen who are taking on this course, because you're all, as you say, full of professional knowledge. You've life experience behind you. There's still plenty of time ahead to start phase 2 of your life. Did you find it was great for networking yourselves?
Peer mentoring, peer work.
Hugely. Well, I personally, I'm a great believer in networking. I'm president of Network Dublin this year, so I do believe in the power of women, and women in my group, but in people actually getting together and supporting each other. And I got the same sense from the ISEX group, to have that backup, the people that were actually rooting for you, that were in your corner, that, you know, if you were willing to stand up and say what it is that you were doing, they're saying, yeah, you go for it, you know. So they were cheering you, willing you to succeed. And that you can't underestimate that.
And the key is, coming from all three of you, is that you're in control of it. You have the key to change
absolutely.
it.
Huge.
And but getting some help in being able to jump off that cliff is invaluable.
Yeah, no, I think what came out of the programme, and we ran 3 of them last year, and in fact there's now one running in the DCU Ryan Academy for those already in business who want to scale up fast. And we're about, I should say, to run our next one in Dublin starting the 25th. So anybody who wants to know more about it, go onto our website or ring the office at www.isacs.ie. But what I wanted to say about the thing that we found most impressive was the wealth and variety of expertise and experience generously shared. So it differs from other Start Your Own Business programs.
Perhaps more competitive or these
are people who know
sharing of ideas.
Whether it's you know, friendly business advisors, bank managers, accountants, marketing people, they constantly shared those resources between themselves.
We've all kind of kept in touch.
And there's now an alumni group.
We have an alumni group as well.
Sure, look, there'll be reunions, there'll be everything.
There we go. Ladies, it's been a pleasure having you all on this morning.
Thank you so much for coming in, ladies.
Very best of luck.